views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Geek, what the hell happened to everyone?
I've never seen an anomaly like this before.
Residual frequency signatures detected.
Oh, that's not good.
What does that mean?
It means we're picking up frequencies from other dimensions or times.
Well, at least somebody's getting some action.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's been a long time since I had any frequency in getting some action.
iDork, patch it through the main computer.
Your wish is my command.
Oh, we're picking up something.
What the hell is it?
It's a broadcast of some sort.
Adjusting audio.
Boosting signal.
Welcome to the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Oh, God, is it Monday?
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
All right, good morning, everybody. Time to wake up. Splash some coffee directly into your eyeballs. It's 9 a.m. on a Monday. It's time to start work, and it's time for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone, recovering from Halloween night, which wasn't really much of a recovery, because, I mean, come on, guys. There wasn't much of a Halloween happening out there. I don't know. We lost count on the kids, but that's just because like it was so long in between them that we forgot what number we were at. I remember when I was a kid, man. You could even after I came back with my first full pillowcase full of candy. When I was getting ready to leave with my next pillowcase, still face to face, front to back, all the way down the street on the sidewalks, just full of kids still trick or treating. It never gets to that point now. At any point. And we also didn't go out until it started getting dark. They go out 5 o'clock now. We go out 5 o'clock, and then as soon as it starts getting dark, we all go home because it's scary outside. Scary outside. Welcome to the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone, as I said. Coming up, we've got your phone calls at 1-313-444-8919. That's 1-313-444-8919. Or Skype me at AlienStone1. That's AlienStone and the number 1. Don't spell it out because you'd be wrong. Also, a few classic episodes of Just a Few Questions on the way, as well as the brand spanking new epic episode from Halloween. Just aired last night for the first time, live on Inside the Mothership. It's simply called Igor. And it's like the most complicated and lengthy Just a Few Questions we've ever done. And it was for the Halloween season of 2021. So that's coming up. Bad movie flashbacks, maybe Man Law with Judge Man. Maybe he'll stop by. Some punchlines, some ridiculous things, and music for your vagina holes. All of that coming up here on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. But first, let's get things underway like we always do with a history lesson.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
November 1st, 1765. The Stamp Act takes effect as Britain imposes a tax on its American colonists. They respond with stiff resistance, and Britain later repeals the act. But the episode sets the stage for the American Revolution a decade later. 1952. The United States explodes the first hydrogen bomb, codenamed Mike. The test takes place at the Eniwetok Atoll in the Marshall Islands in the South Pacific. 1512. At the Vatican, Michelangelo's paintings on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel are first shown to the public. 1954. In North Africa, Algerian nationalists begin their successful 8-year rebellion against French rule. And 1999.
Every guy, every offensive lineman that played for the Chicago Bears helped me get that 16,000 yards, and I thank them.
Walter Payton, the NFL's all-time leading rusher, dies of bile duct cancer in Barrington, Illinois. The former Chicago Bears running back was 45. Today in history, November 1st. James Limbaugh, The Associated Press.
Alrighty, folks. Now we're all caught up on that history lesson, so let's go ahead and get things underway with a brand spanking new submission just downloaded from the interweb this morning. The band is called Memory of a Melody, and the tune is called Rise Up, and you are tuned to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Join the fantasy. Are you feeling ecstasy?
This is Rob K from the Creeping Chaos, and you're listening to Alien X Radio.
It's a sad state of affairs, don't you see? And to witness it brings me to tears. The sand through the glass flows quicker than fast as the minutes turn to hours, then years. It's a short, short life, and we're flung in face first, born with a foot in the grave, bound to the block, awaiting the chop. We live our lives under a blade. this world that was spawned out of catastrophe. But reason and rhyme aren't always on time, and accidents happen like me. It's you that can set yourself free when the lights finally rusted away. And you never ever again will be fettered beneath the cold smile of the blade.
Secrets in my skin. Come away with innocence. Leave me with my sins. The air around me still feels like a cage. And love is just a camouflage for what resembles rage again. So if you love me, let me go. Run away before I know. My heart is just too dark to care. I can't destroy what isn't there. Deliver me to my fate. If I'm alone, I cannot hate. I don't deserve to have you. My smile was taken long ago. Fucking change, I hope I never know. I still press your letters to my lips and cherish them in parts of me. Savor every kiss. I couldn't face a life without no light, but all of that was ripped apart when you refused to fight. So save your breath, I will not care. I think I've made it very clear. You couldn't hate enough to love. Is that supposed to be enough? I only wish you were my friend. Then I can hurt you in the end. I never claimed to be a saint. Whom I almost banished long ago. Took the death of hope to let you go. So break yourself against my stones. Spit your pity in my soul. You never needed any help. You sold me out to save yourself. And I won't listen to your shame. You ran away, you're all the same. Angels lie to keep control. Ooh, my love was banished long ago. If you still care, never let me know. If you still care, never let me know.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No, not that.
Across this great nation, almost everyone has been affected in one way or another by this terrible tomato onslaught. Mrs. Williams, I understand your husband is missing.
Yes,
Do you think he's dead?
Well,
Will you miss him? Will you marry again? What if he's laying in a ditch somewhere, like with both his legs calling your name? You will have to find another man, you know. You're no spring chicken.
Lives are shattered. The nation is in chaos. Death and destruction sweeps the country. Foursquare Productions presents perhaps the funniest film ever made. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. This is the incredible story of the world's ultimate disaster. Vicious, man-eating tomatoes grow to monstrous proportions. Faced with this unprecedented menace, the president calls upon Mason Dixon, special agent. Join Mason Dixon in a race against time as he battles to save the world from the threat of nature's perfect eating machine, the Killer Tomato. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. You've never seen anything like it.
Resistance is futile. Probing is not allowed. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. That's 313-444-8919. Or hang out in the chat room at alienxradio.com. You have been beamed aboard and you are now inside the mothership with Alien Stone.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, everybody, it's time now for the punchlines. And as always, the punchlines are being brought to you by Igor's Empire and his family of products. Sorry. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook and at www.igorslube.com. Also, check out his brand spankinest new product. It's Igor's Invisispine. Why lug around that unattractive, heavy old iron crank style corrective back brace? There's a better way to straighten your scoliosis curved spine at home, and no one will ever know with Igor's Invisispine. Igor will make a plaster casting of your torso and ship you a series of clear plastic back braces, each designed and molded to slowly reshape your spine as you change them from week to week. At home, without having to visit the doctor's office for brace tightening. And how convenient is that? Finally, you'll be able to stand up straight and look the world in the eye with confidence, thanks to Igor's Invisispine. Warning, Igor's Invisispine may cause skin irritation, profuse sweating, and intense body odor. Use as directed. Alrighty, folks. I'm here to talk to you now about virgin births. That's right. I said virgin births. No, I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm not talking about the Christmas miracle. Okay, I'm talking about a real virgin birth happening today. You know, we can confirm it today. We can confirm it in 2001. It happened. Nobody told us. I didn't hear about it. Did you hear about it? I didn't hear about it. Did you hear about it? Nobody heard about it. And it happened again in 2009, and now it's happening again now. Maybe you didn't hear about it because when was the last time that the condors were in the news? Okay? No, not the aircraft. The bird. The one that everybody thought a long time ago was extinct, and all of a sudden there was a bird, and they thought it was a dragon. They were like, oh my God, what's that? It's a condor. Calm down, okay? It's not a dragon, okay? It's not a dragon. Put down the LSD. It's not a dragon. All right? So, condors, they started repopulating again. Well, I guess we know why now, don't we? They're having virgin births. That's right, folks. Condors are laying unfertilized eggs that are hatching into baby condors. And the DNA of those birds can be traced to the mother, but cannot be identified or traced to any male because it's an unfertilized egg. So, the condor has decided, since it ain't getting any, maybe it's in a single-sex environment. Have you heard that before? Good for that. And it spontaneously switched or combined sexes to become asexual? Wow. Think about that. That's some Jurassic Park stuff. Remember that? Remember they couldn't have babies because they were all females? And they said that the frog DNA screwed them all up and it made them so that they could grow testicles or they could flip-flop sex and become a male? Well, maybe this one did both. So maybe now we got asexual giant condor birds flying around that can reproduce on their own. Why not, right? With all the stuff that's going on, why not have giant dragon birds that can crap out babies without having to do it? Do it! Why not? Alien invasion. That's next, folks. That's next. The real one, not mine. The real one. Anyway, folks. I know I get on these tangents sometimes. I do apologize. But that has been the punchlines. And right now, in your face, it's time to go dating down with the Sugar Punk Fairies on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Work is done, what to do? You never knew me like I know you. Fixing a hole, filling your void. How does it feel to be one of the boys? Hey, you're dating down. I can see it, they can see it. Hey, I'm breathing now. I'm glad you're out, I don't need you. How does it feel to live like a slouch? Living the dream, looked up on a couch. You only had a smile to turn me around. Instead you
broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the Prospect.
No tricks, but here's a treat. This is the weekly sports update with the Prospect on Alien X Radio. The last unbeaten in the NFL has fallen as the Arizona Cardinals suffer their first loss against the Green Bay Packers, 24-21. It was a duel from start to finish as both teams traded touchdowns throughout the game, but the difference maker was a field goal by veteran Mason Crosby in the second quarter that kept the game in the 7-1 Packers' back pocket, and a late interception by Rasul Douglas that sealed the win and stymied the momentum of a Cardinals team that was a favorite going in the game. Aaron Rodgers went 22 of 37 for only 184 yards, which showed that the Packers relied on the run game often. Kyler Murray was beat up the whole game despite throwing for 274 yards, being sacked twice, and throwing 2 interceptions, including the game-ending. Elsewhere, the surging Dallas Cowboys may be headed for a slump, depending on Dak Prescott's availability when the team faces the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday night. The quarterback is listed as questionable, with Cooper Rush possibly seeing action for the first time of his career should he be ruled out. As it stands, the Cowboys are ahead in the NFC East on a 5-game win streak. The NBA officials were not having a good week last week. The league has fined Atlanta Hawks guard Trae Young $15,000 for contact with official Ben Taylor in the third quarter of the team's loss to Washington. Young was forced across the baseline during a play, and on his way back onto the court, bumped his arm into Taylor, which drew a technical foul. Both James Harden and Kevin Durant of the Nets had run-ins with refs as well. Harden has been critiqued as being lackluster as the season begins, putting up less than favorable numbers as usual. Some say that the new rule imposed cracking down on unnatural shooting motions are to blame for. Now what this means is a shooter will fake a shot so their defender can leap into them, which in and of itself will draw a foul. But in order to go to the free throw line and make a point or two, they will make a shooting motion, can be sometimes overly exaggerated, draw the attention of the refs and have them blow the whistle. Harden was believed to be on the wrong end of the revised rule, averaging 16.6 points over the 5 games, with 36% from the free throw line. Durant got off very easily, however, almost being ejected for throwing the ball into the stands in the third quarter after drawing the foul. He wasn't thrown out, a call that crew chief Sean Wright admitted was overlooked. Durant apologized for the action and vowed that it wouldn't happen again. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect. Say until next time, Prospect out.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing. Thanks, Igor. And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
When you need the absolute fastest high-speed internet for your home or business but need to stay on your budget, then you need to give AlienCast a try. AlienCast high-speed fiber optic dial-up features ultra-fast dial-up speeds for way less than that fancy schmancy DSL or cable internet. Plus, AlienCast has all the great features you've come to expect from dial-up service, such as plugging your landline into your computer, installing an archaic phone modem card, and not having to mess with all that Wi-Fi nonsense, all for a fraction of the cost of internet that's way too fast for most people anyway. Call 188-GO-ALIEN to get Alien Cast high-speed dial-up in your home today. Alien Cast. Out of this world internet, down to earth prices.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio. Resistance is futile.
Hello and welcome to Man Law. I'm your host, Judge Man. You've been read your rights. I have read your complaints and emails. The first case up on the docket today is Daniel, who sends me an email from Texas. He wants to know, hey, Judge Man, I've been married for 5 years. Over the course of that time, my wife has managed to take over every closet in the house. What can I do to get some of that space back? Signed, Daniel. Well, Daniel, let me tell you this. That is a common problem that we have. Everyone, whether you're married or not, women automatically take over the damn closet. Well, it's your job as a man to take it back over. What you need to do is go out to ACO or Ace or your local hardware store. Get yourself one of those super heavy-duty, ultra-large, hefty bags. You bring that back to the house and you grab every piece of clothing that you've never seen her ever wear, which is probably most of it. Ball that all up, stick it into that bag, and take it on out to the shed. And now, boys and girls, it's time for today's list of things that real men just don't do. Number 1. Real men don't carry umbrellas. Are you gonna melt? Is your perm gonna get messed up, Mary? Number 2, they don't get manicures either. Number 3, they especially don't get pedicures. Men's toes are supposed to be nasty. Number 4, real men don't wear paint. I don't care what cause you're walking for. And the last thing on today's list, real men don't drink fruity drinks. That's right, guys. If it's called a mango anything, then you're called a fairy. This has been Judge Man with Man Law. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vagir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
Wow, it helps if I turn on the correct microphone, right? Yes. It's the only one turned up, too, so I don't know why I turned on the ones that were turned down. Anyway, folks, I'm Alien Stone, and welcome back to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, broadcasting to you live from the other side of planet chaos on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, J. Parker Radio, United Talk Radio, Sword Radio, and the Western Reserve Digital Radio Network. And in syndication and replay around the world on stations like 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, 97.1 KGS BFM Get Smashed Radio, the IRN Internet Radio Network, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, United Sounds Choice Radio, Prodcore Radio, Pure Rock Radio, Good Talk Radio, Mile High Radio, and K89. Wherever it is that you're tuned, wherever it is that you're listening, give me a call live on the Alien X line. That's 1-313-444-8919. That's 1-313-444-8919. Or you can use the Skype with Alien Stone 1. That's Alien Stone, the number 1. Don't spell it out because you would be wrong. For those of you just tuning in, we get things underway at 9 a.m. Eastern every Monday, which means you're a little bit late. That's okay. You're probably getting to work. You know, you had to turn on your computer. Your boss had to think you were actually starting work. But in reality, you were just starting the show, right? Right. Exactly. All right, folks. I told you we got some classic episodes of Just a Few Questions coming up this hour, next hour, and then in the final hour, we'll have the brand new episode, the epic Halloween edition for 2021, simply titled Igor. That'll be on its way. But right now, it's a classic episode. We're going back to November 11th, 2018. So the farther back we go with these things, the shorter they get. Just a few questions. This one's called Pirate Slave. I almost wanted to, I think it's supposed to be called Pirate Slave Ship, but maybe that's a different one. It could be. I don't know. I've done a lot of really strange things. Anyway, folks, here it is. Just a few questions on the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
just a few questions.
Yes, it is that time for my favorite segment, Just a Few Questions. Feel free, anybody out there want to call in and answer just a few questions along with D. He would love to have some of the pressure
Would
put on you.
love to have some of the pressure. Don't be scared. Just do it.
It's real simple, see.
313-444-8919.
Yes, that is the numbers.
Yeah. One more time. 313-444-8919.
That's right. By all means, give us a call.
Yeah.
Boy, you certainly know the numbers when it's taking the pressure off of you.
Right? It's written right in front of me. I can read. Good job, you.
So anyway, what the skit is I ask just a few questions. How many is just a few? Well, 1 is 1, 2 is a couple, and 3 is a few. But there could always be
a few plus one.
Yeah, extra stuff. So let me grab all my pages. Just a few pages. And let's go ahead and start. Now, the question could be the questions are going to be all over the place as far as, you know, I mean, they are related, of course.
Okay.
They're all related. But people, I'm just telling you out there, you have no idea what situation you will be placed in during just a few questions. So here we go for today's. Question number 1.
Question number 1.
You won a cruise as a contestant on a TV game show called Who Wants to Be a Thousandaire? Your knowledge of the mating ritual of the North American platypus rocketed you to victory. The big day has finally come and you board the ship fully prepared to enjoy a week of great entertainment and luxurious relaxation. After a fantastic dinner, you look at the evening's event schedule and have to decide on what show you're going to go see. Will you go see A live performance of The Phantom of the Opera starring Sebastian Bach's understudy Gilbert Gottfried? B, Pat Sajak and Vanna White sing the songs of Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton and Nickelback?
That's funny.
C, something called Lady and the Donkey starring Rosie O'Donnell. What can I say? She's desperate for work. Or D, say screw it and just go back to the room for some pay-per-view porn. This is the perfect time to try out that complimentary lube that you got from Igor during the Halloween episode of Just a Few Questions.
See, I knew the lube might come in handy. You never know. However, I'm not going to lie to you. I think the Pat Sajak and Vanna White doing the Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers, and some Nickelback could very well be entertaining. I could picture myself having a few beers and checking that out.
That'd be the one, huh?
I think that is definitely the winner.
All right.
A+ out of you.
That does sound like it'd be an awesome show, right?
All right. You're sitting on a cruise ship. Honey, what do you want to do tonight?
Islands in the stream. That'd be awesome.
Oh.
All right, so question number 2.
Question number 2.
Wow, it's like I'm looking at the question, and look, this is the question.
Holy shit.
The question is like a giant paragraph. Here's your question.
Okay.
So now, with the evening's entertainment over, and your review of Igor's personal lube submitted online, you settle in for some sleep. It's going to be a big day tomorrow. So you start to drift off into La La Land sleeping with visions of sandy beaches filled with half-naked, tan, beautiful ladies playing volleyball. Just then, you are jolted awake by a loud explosion and your room shaking. Red emergency lights come on, and you hear the sound of screams, and just as a siren starts to howl in the background. This can't be good. You run out into the hallway and see passengers and crew running around in panic. Young people are saying it must have been a bomb. Older people are saying it was an explosion in the engine room. And really old people are saying, damn it, it's another iceberg. So you run out on the deck to see for yourself, and you are horrified to learn that the ship is under attack by pirates.
Oh.
What do you do next?
Oh, man.
A. Throw all the fresh fruit overboard and wait for scurvy to overtake your enemy. Pirates, scurvy.
Got ya.
B. Remember that an opponent with an eye patch has no depth perception.
Oh, good point. Good point.
C. Realize that these are not Johnny Depp pirates, but modern pirates with machine guns and promptly start crapping your pants. Or D. Crap your pants to make room for your valuables. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. And go.
So I'm crapping my pants.
Yeah. You can crap your pants just to crap your pants, or you can crap your pants to make room so that you can put your watch up there. So they can't steal your watch.
I'm going to go with C.
You're going with C. Realize that these are not Johnny Depp pirates, but modern pirates with machine guns, and promptly start crapping your pants.
I'll probably start crapping my pants.
In the fetal position.
Fetal position.
All done and over with.
Yep.
You just give up.
I mean, I'm not gonna throw fruit over, because what's that gonna do?
Right, exactly. It seems like it would take a long time.
Right.
And they probably have their own oranges.
Right, and that's not gonna. Right, exactly.
Right. They probably brought some.
They've done this before.
Right.
You know, they're definitely not coming.
These are
for
professional
the fruit
pirates.
Right. They're not coming for the fruit plate.
That's right. Give us all your lemons.
Bananas. I want the bananas.
So, that brings us to
question number 3.
Question number 3. Question number 3 is, the pirates have taken you and the rest of the passengers that they didn't kill back to their uncharted island as slaves.
In my poopy pants.
And your poopy pants. You find yourself digging for gold while in chains. You and 4 others are chained together and will have to work, eat, sleep, and go to the bathroom together. Here are your chain buddies: Gilbert Gottfried, Pat Sajak, Vanna White, and Rosie O'Donnell. They all survived as well. So now you tell me, A, who do you elect to speak for the group? And it can't be you.
I want to go with Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak's going to speak for the group.
Yep.
All right. B, who do you ask to be in charge of turning letters around? Not you.
Vanna.
Vanna White. All right. C, who will be the slave's slave doing all the work? Not you.
What are my other options again?
Gilbert Gottfried, Pat Sajak, Vanna White, Rosie O'Donnell.
Gilbert.
And D, who will be in charge of keeping the donkey happy?
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell. Ding, 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 ding. The only difference was I put Gilbert Gottfried in charge of talking for me, because I want to hear him say, hey! You know, I want to hear his voice doing that stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to hear him talking for us.
I figured, Pat Sajak, because he knows really good phrases and
true
and titles, and his vocabulary is definitely good.
Right.
You know, and then Vanna, she can turn whatever she wants to turn.
Gotcha.
Giggity.
And that has been just a few questions.
I know it was just a dream. I know I didn't have an anal probe. And I know that I am not under alien control.
You're inside the mothership.
Son of a bitch.
All right, that was a classic episode of Just a Few Questions from 2018. And, oh yeah, that was a long time ago. Short one. Don't worry, though. By the time we get to the end of this broadcast and we do the brand spanking new episode, it'll be occupying the majority of the hour. Right now, it's time for more music for your Vajira holes. As I said, I've told you guys many, many times to submit your music to the radio station. And I'm gonna say this again, okay? Because it seems like at least 80% of the bands that submit music to this radio station are doing what annoys me beyond, okay? I don't mind clicking on a download link like Dropbox or something like that and then downloading your songs. I don't have a problem with that. I really don't. I'd rather you attach an MP3 to the email when you send it to newmusic@alienxradio.com. However, a link like that is fine. If it's a link, though, that requires me to sign into a program or sign up for a program, I'm going to pass. I can't be signing into all these different things. So either attach the MP3 or make it something that's open for everybody. You can use WeTransfer. That's a good one as well. You can send stuff that way. But the thing that you guys aren't doing that's driving me crazy is you could have the greatest song in the world. The song is just awesome. I mean, it's produced well. It's dynamic. It's an awesome song. And I play that song, and I tell you the name of the song. And people are like, man, I really like that song, such whatever it was called. I love that song. Who does it? And I go, you know what? I have no idea. No idea at all. Why? Because the track only has the name of the song. They didn't bother to put the name of the band in the title of, in the name of the file. They may have put it somewhere in the email, but that's not part of the file anymore. That's in a file somewhere else. That's no longer attached to that track. And what is happening more and more now is that they're telling you the name of the album, they're telling you the name of the production company or the people representing the band and the name of the track, but still nowhere in the email is the name of the actual band that's playing. So I can't use your track. If I can't tell somebody who's playing the song, I can't promote the song. If I can't promote the song, there's no point in playing it. I'll listen to it at home if it's good. I love it, Oh, by the way, we got a call coming in. Hello, you are inside the mothership on the attack. What's up?
Hi, long-time listener, first-time caller. I'd like to make a request, please.
Sure.
Can we hear some Spiral Crush, Your Love is Like Murder?
I think I can handle that.
That would be greatly appreciated on this wonderful Monday work day.
I will absolutely do that for you, sir. Who is this?
I appreciate it.
No problem, man. You have a great day.
You take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, some Spiral Crush. See, we play all kinds of... And how do I have Spiral Crush? Submit it to the station. Right? And guess what? They also conveniently... See how I just typed in the name of the band? And it all popped up. Just came up like that? That's because they actually attached the name of the band to the file. And it was no problem at all finding it. I know I complain a lot. Anyway, let's get some music into your Vajir holes with Love is Like Murder. Spiral Crush on the Attack, the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Tragedy. Don't look now, you can see it coming.
on a Saturday thing. Boy, is that girl with you? Yes, the one in the same.
I used to be a nice girl. Until Alien Stone took me for a ride in his mothership. Now I'm an intergalactic hottie. Thank you, Alien Stone.
Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done? Look at the turning wheel.
The Alignment, the latest CD from The Creeping Chaos, featuring Dead in the Water.
Dead in the water.
Beg for Mercy and Under the Blade.
We live our lives under a blade.
Available now at iTunes, CD Baby, and Rock of Ages in Garden City.
Hi everybody. Are you tired of feeling sluggish all the time? Frequent bathroom breaks cutting into your workday? Can't sleep at night? Try Colovax. Colovax is a new technology that takes the power of a shop vac and uses it to thoroughly clean out your insides.
With its patented technology, Colovax cuts your bathroom visits down to once a month.
My name is Russ Russellford, and I use a Colovax once every 2 weeks to keep me limber. Now I can play catch with my son all day and never get tired or have to poop. Colovax really sucks ass. In a good way.
Colovax has not been clinically tested, so when considering Colovax, the following side effects may include goosebumps, whooping cough, crying spell, intense bouts of rage, severe depression, arousal, heart explosion, ejaculation, silent fart, anal fissures, and loss of hair and teeth.
If you use Colovax, please contact a physician if you experience any goosebumps, whooping cough, crying spells, intense bouts of rage, depression, arousal, heart explosion, ejaculation, silent farts, anal fissures, loss of hair and teeth.
Hey kids, want to learn how to be a real rock star? Play the Bryan Adams Game of Rock and Roll by Malcolm Badley. Pick a card. You write wimpy ballads for major motion pictures and lose credibility with your rock audience. Go back 10 spaces. Pick another card. You get Grammy nominations for the same wimpy song. Move up 5 spaces. Uh-oh, the camera does a close-up during your latest video shoot showing your pockmarked acne face. Go back 3 spaces. The Bryan Adams game of rock and roll. Count the number of pretentious rock star interjections in the Bryan Adams songs. Whoever counts the most wins. Play the Bryan Adams game of rock and roll. A board game for bored people.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Report. We're in standard orbit, Captain. Good work, Mr. Tukok. What the hell are we doing in the 21st century? There's something we need to do. If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. Don't mess around with the space-time continuum. Captain, I've located the signal. Put it on speaker.
You're tuned in to the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Well, that'll wake you up in the morning.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your Vajir holes, it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Wakey! Alrighty, folks, so welcome to hour number 2 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. All up in your face from outer space, screaming through the galaxy at triple redunculous, whatever it is, speed. I can never say it right. We need a translator in here by the name of D-Unit. Folks, anyway, we are screaming through the galaxy, or at least talking really loud in the back row of the multiplex movie theater, making everybody upset because they're going to see a movie for some reason that they can now see at home for free. But, okay. Anyway, folks, I know you're like, you're trying to kill the movie industry, Alien Stone. No, just bring back the theaters better, and then I'll go back. Okay? You're kind of killing it all. Anyway, folks, we're going to put music into your Vajir holes. In this hour, we got a classic episode of Just a Few Questions on the way. The brand spanking new episode of Just a Few Questions next hour called Igor, the Halloween edition from 2021. That's right. It was epic. It really was. I'm going to get right on the novel. I'm going to start writing the novel. I always say stuff on the air because I say, well, you said it on the air and I got to do it. No, I don't. But I want to do it, and I'm going to do it. We're going to write the novel, Igor. Watch. I'm going to do it. And then I'll get sued by Mary Shelley or somebody. I don't know. Anyway, folks, we're going to put music into your Vajir holes. As I said, the last hour I was going to play a brand spanking new submission, and I got a request. So we went with that. Always go with the requests. Why? Because that's what the people want. What the people want, the people get. See? That's how it works. So, right now, for your Vajir holes, brand spanking new music submitted to the station, downloaded today. The band is called Temptress. Race to the End is the name of the tune, and it's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
the ticking. Can't stop you thinking. Another day lost in the wasteland. You hit the ground running. The heads keep on floating. One step ahead of disaster. You can't lose your mind. You don't have the time. As the days go by faster and faster. Do you feel your life is slipping away? Can't slow it down. Chasing my time every day. A year has gone by in the blink of an eye. You look back at all you've forsaken. The clock keeps on ticking. There's no time for thinking. How much of your time's been taken? Do you feel your life is slipping away? Can't slow it down. Chasing my time every day. Race to the end. Race to the end of time. Race to the end. Racing the gods of time. Race to the end. Race to the end of time. Race to the end. Racing the gods of
This is the worst looking hat I ever saw. Oh, it looks good on you, though.
number you have reached, 911, has been changed to a non-published number.
Who's one? You're a sick one, digging with your literary fingers. You can sell some. You got a big boss man who can stand when it hits the fan. So you ran with the fire last like a man. Don't stop the figurative. Ink flows, long blows, don't care who knows. Dig, 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 not clever, not big. So-called professionals, don't you know? Who's one? Dignity gone digging with a knife in the back. You can manage them. You gotta sleep in your bed with the cries in your sick head, 'cause they didn't say any of the words we read. Dig, 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 don't stop the figurative. Ink flows, long blows, don't care who knows. Dig, 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 not clever, not big. So-called professionals, don't you know? You fake a line and know it's gonna kill them, then leave a mine. Don't care about the hurt and then you ride away. Rolls Royce or Cadillac, so-called professional. You're a so-called professional or just a hack. Who's one? You're the sick one, digging in your mind's dark holes. Now the tide is done. You gotta live with the gun pressing up against your head. Just run, it's done. Was it worth that bit of fun? Dig, 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 don't stop the figurative. Ink flows, long blows, don't care who knows. Dig, 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 not clever, not big. So-called professionals, don't you know? Who's one? You're a sick one, digging with your literary fingers. You can sell some. You got a big boss man who can stand when it hits the fan. So you're round with the fire last like a man. Dig, 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 don't stop the figurative. Ink flows, long blows, don't care who knows. Dig, 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 not clever, not big. So-called professionals, don't you know? You fake a line and know it's gonna kill them, then leave a mine. Don't care about the hurt and then you ride away. Rolls Royce or Cadillac, so-called professional. You're a so-called professional or just a hack. Dig, 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 don't stop the figurative. Ink flows, long blows, don't care who knows. Dig, 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 not clever, not big. So-called professionals, don't you know? I can see the signs, make me lose my mind. 'Cause you're gonna
Yeah, Still You, the name of the tune. Pure is the name of the band. And as I said before, you guys can submit music to the station for airplay. People say, what kind of genres do you play? Well, it depends on what you're talking about. Like, we have a radio station called Alien X Radio. You can find that conveniently at alienxradio.com. That's a hard rock radio station. You know, I mean, we play some softer stuff, but it's pretty much alternative rock, harder rock. That's what goes on the radio station. That being said, I have 2 radio shows that are syndicated on other stations that play other genres and such. So those particular shows are kind of like their own thing. So I have played country, I've played disco, I've played Gregorian chant music. No, I haven't. But I have played lots of different genres. So when it comes to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space, the answer to the question is I play music that doesn't suck. So if you believe that your music doesn't suck from the perspective of it sounds like it was recorded in a truck stop bathroom, or it sounds like it was written by somebody who would like to record a song in a truck stop bathroom, then probably it sucks. But I'm just saying, go ahead and send it to me anyway, and I'll be the judge of that. You know what I'm saying? I play all kinds of music, and a lot of times I'll download stuff, not listen to it, and play it live on the air. I've been burned. And I've also had some fantastic music, like one of our greatest, I don't want to say one of our greatest bands ever, but one of our favorite bands on the station, which would be North of Never, which I played earlier. I played Funeral Pyre by that band. So I'm looking here at some of these songs here that I've just recently downloaded, and I haven't had a chance to listen to them. So I'm just going to grab something, and I'm going to throw it in here. Boom. The artist's name is what caught my eye. Fake Shark. I'm not really sure how to feel about that, or what is that? I have no idea. But it caught my eye. So Fake Shark, and the tune is called Quicksand. The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
I don't need no friends ever again. Everything's cool, least when I pretend I lived it up until the life is all gone. Sun is setting, time to saddle up and carry on. No bother, no mother, no grandfather. I made bad choices, showing up for manslaughter. Apologize, me not ever have the sinking feeling. We might live forever. Yeah, we might live forever.
Forever, ever? Forever, ever?
I've been sinking in your quicksand. I've been sinking so low, so low, and nobody knows. I've been sinking in your quicksand. I've been sinking so low, so low, so low, 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 low. Yeah, yeah, low, 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 yeah, yeah. Swallow my pride with a midnight snack. Me and my escape, now I'm never ever going back. Wrap around your finger like a promise ring. For real, far-fetched, far from the real thing. Chalk myself out like a game of hopscotch. Ran out the clock like an old-fashioned stopwatch. Learn to disappear or just surrender. Got a funny feeling we may live forever. Low, 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 yeah, yeah. Low, 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 so. I've been sinking in the quicksand. I've been sinking so low, so low, and nobody knows. I've been sinking in your quicksand. I've been sinking so low. How come you didn't know? I've been sinking in your quicksand. I've been sinking so low, so low, and nobody knows. I've been sinking in your quicksand. I've been sinking so low, so low, so
Now, that's not getting burned necessarily. You know, that's not rock. It's not, you know, I mean, what is that? Is that an R&B? You know, I find nothing wrong with that song whatsoever, with the exception of one thing. One problem with that song. It just got me booted off of Facebook, which means it's all fully copywritten and everything. So when that happens, it's hard for me to play it, you know, on the well, I can play it on the radio station, but when I do my live shows, it's hard for me to play it. So now that I've premiered that on the show, I can't play it again on the show because it does that to me. So now I got to do a bunch of click stuff and move things around so that I can put that back. Because I'm broadcasting live once again now. You see, I got to reload my page to see. Am I connected? Yes, I am reconnected now with another new one. I got to share it again back over to the Alien X fan page. Which, by the way, guys, that's the best way to find out what's going on Alien X Radio. Not the Alien X business page, Alien X Radio business page, but the Alien X Radio fan group is the absolute best way, because that's where I do all of my chit-chat back and forth with people. That's where I post all my stuff, where I just posted the video again. Also, don't forget that you can check out YouTube and Twitch to find the feeds, the live video feeds for Alien X Radio whenever we're doing live stuff. So anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get back to some music for your Vajir holes. Live recording coming from the Alien X Fest. I'm sorry, not Alien X Fest. The 36 Hours of Alien Xmas 2020. We're about to do it again. It's coming up here on the 4th and 5th of next month already. Wow, it's coming right up on us. We're going to do 36 Hours of Alien Xmas. It's a 36-hour-long live radio-thon to raise money for Forgotten Harvest. We do it every single year. This is the 7th annual one. Just got contacted from New York City, and our buddy Jonathan over there that runs 920 WON The Apple, and he's going to be carrying it again this year, the entire 36 hours live over there in New York City, New York. Thank you very much, Jonathan. And right now, here's a live clip from the 36 Hours of Alien Xmas 2020 when Arcades Project stopped by with a pair of dice.
See all the street lights, that bouquet of doubles, rainy reflections on a black top mirror. Just like the colors in a pool of gasoline, polarize your vision and the world is so much clearer. And then the stream of pointless little distractions, main objective, keep the answers in those seats. A misdemeanor treated like a light infraction, just serve up cold revenge but make it sweet. Another day of paradise, another day of paradise, another day I roll the dice. We get a sunlight from carcinogenic coffins, Kentucky Fried Skin, George Hamilton style. And everybody's out to get something for nothing, so damn litigious lawsuits make us smile. Well, there are many ways to sail the somber waters and other avenues that make you redirect. Don't ride upon the vehicle that misdirection steers. Complacency is what a fool accepts. Another day of paradise, another day of paradise, another day I roll the dice. Everybody's out to get something for nothing, and life is so much better on the net. The grammar school of Jersey turn signals are extinct, so I just write and jam and sing these songs until I'm dead. Well, there are many ways to sail the somber waters and other avenues that make it redirect. Don't ride upon the vehicle that misdirection steers. Complacency, that's what a fool accepts. Another day of paradise. Another day of paradise. Another day I roll the dice.
My problem is I got a 50-year-old lust and a 3-year-old dinky.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the Prospect.
No tricks, but here's a treat. This is the weekly sports update with the Prospect on Alien X Radio. The last unbeaten in the NFL has fallen as the Arizona Cardinals suffer their first loss against the Green Bay Packers, 24-21. It was a duel from start to finish as both teams traded touchdowns throughout the game, but the difference maker was a field goal by veteran Mason Crosby in the second quarter that kept the game in the 7-1 Packers' back pocket, and a late interception by Rasul Douglas that sealed the win and stymied the momentum of a Cardinals team that was a favorite going in the game. Aaron Rodgers went 22 of 37 for only 184 yards, which showed that the Packers relied on the run game often. Kyler Murray was beat up the whole game despite throwing for 274 yards, being sacked twice, and throwing 2 interceptions, including the game-ending. Elsewhere, the surging Dallas Cowboys may be headed for a slump, depending on Dak Prescott's availability when the team faces the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday night. The quarterback is listed as questionable, with Cooper Rush possibly seeing action for the first time of his career should he be ruled out. As it stands, the Cowboys are ahead in the NFC East on a 5-game win streak. The NBA officials were not having a good week last week. The league has fined Atlanta Hawks guard Trae Young $15,000 for contact with official Ben Taylor in the third quarter of the team's loss to Washington. Young was forced across the baseline during a play, and on his way back onto the court, bumped his arm into Taylor, which drew a technical foul. Both James Harden and Kevin Durant of the Nets had run-ins with refs as well. Harden has been critiqued as being lackluster as the season begins, putting up less than favorable numbers as usual. Some say that the new rule imposed cracking down on unnatural shooting motions are to blame for. Now what this means is a shooter will fake a shot so if their defender can leap into them, which in and of itself will draw a foul. But in order to go to the free throw line and make a point or two, they will make a shooting motion, giving sometimes overly exaggerated, to draw the attention of the refs and have them blow the whistle. Harden was believed to be on the wrong end of the revised rule, averaging 16.6 points over the 5 games, with 36% from the free throw line. Durant got off very easily, however, almost being ejected for throwing the ball into the stands in the third quarter after drawing the foul. He wasn't thrown out. The call that crew chief Sean Wright admitted was overlooked. Durant apologized for the action and vowed that it wouldn't happen again. Well, tune in next week for more sport. For Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect. Say until next time, Prospect out.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
When you need need the absolute fastest high-speed internet for your home or business but need to stay on your budget, then you need to give AlienCast a try. AlienCast high-speed fiber optic dial-up features ultra-fast dial-up speeds for way less than that fancy schmancy DSL or cable internet. Plus, AlienCast has all the great features you've come to expect from dial-up service, such as plugging your landline into your computer, installing an archaic phone modem card, and not having to mess with all that Wi-Fi nonsense, all for a fraction of the cost of internet that's way too fast for most people anyway. Call 188-GO-ALIEN to get AlienCast high-speed dial-up in your home today. AlienCast. Out of this world internet, down to earth prices.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio. Resistance is futile.
I know it was just a dream. I know I didn't have an anal probe. And I know that I am not under alien control.
You're inside the mothership.
Son of a bitch.
And now it's time to answer just a few questions.
All right, folks, it is that time once again to answer just a few questions. It's a wonderful, family-friendly little segment that I have put together to entertain the masses. Or not. I know, man. We got to prepare for this, man. You got to, like, tighten all up and everything. Kind of get ready. And then you got to relax and breathe out. You might feel a little pressure.
Not the kind of pressure that you like.
No. Like, feel a little pressure, sir. So, anyway, let's go ahead and start this thing with...
Question number one.
Question number one! All right, so, question number one. It's kind of wordy. All right, here we go. Life has dealt you a bad hand. You will once again have to redefine yourself by starting a new job. After looking for a month, you become a bit desperate for work and begin entertaining the idea of lesser jobs that you are not used to. Low skill and low brain power jobs like fast food worker, bag boy, dishwasher, and politician start looking like prospects. After being turned down as overqualified by dozens of companies, you finally catch a break and land a new job. Today is your first day working for Molly Maid. Your first offer was for Igor's mobile cleaning bitches, but you rejected that one right away because of the revealing uniforms and your high moral standards.
I can see that happening.
Yeah. You arrive and receive your itinerary for the day. You read it over and you load your cleaning supplies into your pink Molly Maid Focus. It's your first day, so you have a training schedule with only 3 customers. You look at the first name on the list and become starstruck. First day, and you got a celebrity right away. You pull up to the front door, jump out, grab your supplies, and head for the door. Before you can ring the doorbell, it opens up, and Terry Crews greets you. He is holding a rubber ducky and wearing only a bath towel, with soap suds on his head and shoulders. Thank God you're here, he says, and you notice a thick wave of suds and bubbles oozing out of the doorway. He explains that he left the jacuzzi unattended for a phone call, and an entire bottle of bubble bath fell into the tub. By the time he got back off of the phone, the whole house was full of bubbles. So, what do you do? A, you can visualize all this.
First of all, it's been a while since Terry Crews has made just a few questions.
Yeah, it's been at least 3 or 4.
Yeah, right. and the fact that you come up with this Terry Crews in a bubble bath, I'm just letting you know I'm here for you, bro. Okay, if you ever want to just let everybody know.
Here it is.
All right, here we go.
A. Leave your bottle of soap in the car. Obviously, you're not going to need that.
Obviously, you're not going to need that.
Right? Grab your wet back and start sucking. That's option number 1, okay?
Oh, God, I just feel so... Wow. All right, go on.
B. Ask him to put on some clothes because you're feeling a bit objectified.
I feel like that's probably going to happen.
Okay. C. Hire a DJ and invite a bunch of people over for a spring break style foam party.
That could be cool if we can make money off of it.
I didn't even thought about the selling tickets part.
You know, we can sell tickets to that.
Tell the bathers that the royal penis is clean and send them home for the rest of the day. Apparently, Terry likes to tell foreign supermodels that he is Prince Eddie Murphy and that he's hiring. So there's also a wild card answer. So leave your bottle of soap in the car, grab your wet back and start sucking. Ask you to put on some clothes because you're feeling a bit objectified. Hire a DJ and invite a bunch of people over for a spring break style foam party, or tell the bathers that the royal penis is clean.
You know what? I got to go with the wild card on this one. I just feel like, you know, there was so much creativity in the whole storyline of this that if there's a wild card answer for this question, it's got to be over the top. So let me hit the wild card.
The wild card answer that you just chose is you grab your own rubber duck, tell Terry that you are a dirty, dirty boy, and dive right in.
Take back the wild card.
No take back seats.
Wow.
The bonus question for this one is how much do you think you could get for a jar of Terry Crews's soapy and salty bathwater on eBay? There is an official answer, too.
Shut up.
How much do you think you can get for that?
$5.
$5. The official answer is $10 and a pack of Lucky Strikes.
Giggity.
Pretty much everything that I have that's a dollar amount, it's going to result in $10. I don't know why.
Okay.
It's like that's the new $10 million man.
Okay, so anytime there's a question that regards that, that's going to be the answer?
Just because now that I told you that, I'll make sure that that would be the funniest answer, but the wrong one.
Oh.
So that you'll get it. See?
I challenge you to that.
Bring us to...
Question number 2.
Question number 2. 4 hours later, you leave the house soaking wet and pruned. You load up your jars of bathwater and upload all the selfies you took with Terry to the cloud and jump in your car. You punch the coordinates in to the GPS and head for your next stop. After driving for what seems like forever, you arrive at an old rundown castle. It looks like something out of a horror film. I mean, it has thunder and lightning storm over top of it, and the rest of the city has blue skies, okay? Bats are flying around the towers, and the drawbridge lowers as you approach. Once you cross to the other side, you realize that it is not a castle after all. Everything you saw from the outside was Halloween decorations. A nerdy little guy runs out to meet you. He explains that he is the manager of several musical groups, and he hosted a giant Halloween party for them at the house. He also tells you that he rented the house from Airbnb, and the owner will be back tomorrow, and it needs to be back in order by then. Expecting the worst, you both enter the house. As expected, it's a disaster. He tells you that the house was divided up into band-specific rooms. Tell me, how will you clean these rooms? Now, these ones you're just going to make up how you're going to clean. You're going to tell me how you're going to clean these rooms. But I'm going to tell you what the room is and what it looks like when you walk in. A, the Motley Crue room. There's an upside-down drum set glued to the ceiling and a few piles of passed-out naked groupies on the floor. Razor blades, rolled up dollar bills, and what you assume is talcum powder can be seen all over the dresser and nightstands. How are you cleaning that room? What you doing first? You got an upside-down drum set stuck to the ceiling. You got naked bitches everywhere. Talcum powder, razor blades. Talcum powder, question. Talcum powder. How you cleaning the room? What you doing?
I'm snorting up talcum powder.
Okay, that'll give you the energy to do the rest of the work, I imagine.
Exactly. I'm going to bang the strippers.
All of them. That's right. Send them off the right way.
Uh-huh.
Because you got the energy.
And then by the time I'm done, I'll be beating to my own drum, right?
Yeah.
So,
all right, so
I'm going to keep the drums where they're at.
Just keep them right where they're at. Airbnb comes back and you just tell them, hey, man. It's a souvenir from when...
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So, B is the 5-finger death punch room.
Oh, Jesus.
You will need extra time on this one. You will need to rent a truck to run to the local storage unit. Just like most of the songs on their albums, all of the furniture in the 5-finger death punch room has been removed and replaced with remakes.
Good job out of you. Oh, man. I like what you did there.
So what you gonna do to clean that room?
I guess I really wouldn't have to do anything, would I?
Not really, no. Just kind of get that truck, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, just load it up and take it down. I mean, it's nothing original in it.
No.
So,
yeah.
You know?
Gotta go back and get the originals, put them back in.
Clean, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing special.
Cool.
Sorry, 5-finger.
All right, so C. The Marilyn Manson room.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Surprisingly, this is the cleanest room.
Giggity.
Just a few dozen honey bun wrappers and empty White Claw cans. The real issue is that he had tits put on everything in the room. Not drawings, but actual prosthetic breasts attached to everything, like the bed, the TV, the coat rack. And how are you going to clean this room? It's fairly clean. I mean, he's got to pick up some wrappers and some cans, but it's the titties is the problem. There's titties on everything. Just attached. Titties everywhere. Titties everywhere. Look at that little titties.
What am I going to do to clean that room?
Is that a titty on your coat rack, or are you just happy to see me?
I'm going to call a bunch of friends over and have Igor's Lube sponsor a cleaning party.
All right. You're just going to
let it go.
Rip the titties off of everything?
They can titty bang the titties away or something. I don't know.
There you go. Okay. Titty bang the titties away.
I don't know.
Igor's Lube. You can titty bang the titties away. And D, final, the last room.
What kind of questions are these? Don't get it.
The last room is the R. Kelly room.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm not even talking about it.
There's an inch of urine on the floor, an ankle monitor, and a young, piss-soaked girl crying for her mother. How you going to clean that room?
Call Netflix.
Call Netflix.
Let them take care of it.
Netflix.
Sell my story. And
I was made.
Or sell what was going on and just take the money and run.
I was a man-made Molly maid, and this is my story.
Like, dude, they had me up till urine. It was crazy.
I was like, no, I can't do that.
There's only so far you can go.
Right. I'm not grabbing the wet vac and starting to suck.
No.
Not happening.
No.
Just saying. But that brings us to
question number 3.
Question number 3. Question number 3 goes like this.
What's wrong with you, dude? Oh, my God.
Just one more stop, and you get to go home for the day.
I can't even imagine. The first two are very, very disturbing. I want to quit. I don't even want to continue.
It's like the haunted house where you can leave at any point, but you don't get your money back.
Right. Exactly.
Do I need it? I have to leave.
I mean, I don't need the job that bad, do I? I can fall back on, like, Fry Guy. All right.
So, you arrive a bit late, as the other houses required a bit more attention than you originally thought.
Yeah, duh.
You ring the doorbell, and a short, bald guy with a 9-inch scar on his face answers. You look at your paperwork and ask him, "Are you Igor?" To which he replies, "Yes." What? Yes, I'm happy. Are there... What?
You wrote it, cuz.
I don't know. He-eyed happy you are there. Okay. But explain... Oh, he's happy that you are there. That's what it's supposed to say.
Oh, good job.
I'm happy that you are there. or that you are here, rather, but explains that the last maid quit after falling into a pit in his basement and starving for a week until he found her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He assures you that the pit has been covered and is now safe. He tells you that he will be that this will be a quick and easy job as he is a clean and neat person. As you glance around, you agree with him. He tells you that you can go anywhere in the house except for the room at the end of the hall. That's his secret room, and it's off limits. So you may not go inside. He then tells you he'll be leaving to get some supplies for a party that he's throwing for a friend who just got out of a Turkish prison. No, he wasn't released, he just got out. So, will Igor off to the with Igor off to the novelty store, you begin to work. He was right, and he was telling you the truth. The house is clean and neat. So you finish in minutes. While waiting for Igor to return, you get a bit curious about his secret room. You can't control yourself, so you open the door.
Don't go in the room!
And you go in the room. The room contains only a file cabinet and a drafting board. As you walk up to the board, you see plans for an amusement park called Igor's Fun Spot. You see all the ideas for the rides and feel like they need a little work. You decide to leave him small notes for each. What will be your suggested improvements for each of these rides? So I'm going to tell you the ride, what the ride consists of, and I'm going to give you a couple of improvements, and you can also choose your own improvements.
Okay.
Okay? So, the first one, the Lube Luge. Just like the Olympic luge event, except instead of a sled and an ice track, riders will be on an inflatable penis and in a PVC tube filled with lube. At the end, they enter a vagina-shaped tunnel. The suggested improvements that you could choose from are A, add hair around the tunnel opening for people born in the 70s.
Nonsense.
Or B, replace the inflatable penis with Terry Crews.
Oh, I would definitely replace it with Terry Crews.
Okay, so everybody is riding down
Terry Crews.
the PVC pipe on Terry Crews in the lube into a vagina-shaped tunnel at the other end.
Yep.
All right.
Why not?
Why not? So those are the notes you're leaving for him to make those corrections. Yep. Okay, so the second ride.
And by the way, I know him because I just cleaned up his
stuff. That's right. You know a little bit of something about it. You know that he's very soapy and all that, slippery.
Exactly.
Good idea.
See what I did there?
Yeah. So the second ride is called Bumpin' Uglies. Tiny motorized rubber boats shaped like genitals, after horrific accidents, that is, cruise around in a pond filled with lube, gently bumping into one another. So they're all shaped like genitals that look like they've been horribly disfigured in some way. They're cruising around in the lube and they're just bumping into each other, and you're riding in them. So your suggested improvements are install racing motors and steel ramming plates, or B, allow pirates and the burning of captured boats, or your other.
Oh, I kind of like the pirates and the burning thing. That was pretty good.
So anybody wants to be a pirate and take over and just burn boats, you can't just leave them burn.
Let them burn.
Let it happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Get rid of the uglies.
All right. So we allow pirates and the burning of captured boats on the Bumping of Uglies ride. All right. So that brings us to the next page of question number 3. Continue.
Oh, God, I thought that was still question number 1.
No, there's a couple more rides.
Giggity.
Ride number 3 is the Tunnel of Love.
Aww.
Couples take a romantic ride in a swan-shaped vessel through an indoor maze of wonderment. Your suggested improvements are, instead of shaping the vessels like swans, just make them king-size beds. Or B, instead of it being a ride for couples who already have found love, make it a brothel for the lonely park goers and horny old folks, selecting and paying for their fully tested and almost disease-free travel companions. Or make up your own. How would you like to change that around? I mean, do you just want to give the people beds to do it throughout the ride, or do you want to just make it so you can just purchase your travel companion before you go in, and they have almost a clean bill of health?
I think there's going to be those little boats that you see like in Italy. And then the guy that's in the back that, kind of like steers them.
It's called like a gondolier or something.
Yeah. But that's going to be Terry Crews.
That's how you improve it. It's Terry Crews. He'd be pushing the theme. Going,
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, so Crews is going to be operating the boat.
Exactly.
And watching.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. That's how that's improved. Right. And the final ride is called the Fallopian Tube. It's a roller coaster with its cars shaped like sperm cells linked together and rushing through a tube rather than on a track. Your suggested improvements are give directional control to the riders to avoid things that are stuck up there like condoms and ectopic false fetal pregnancy tissue. Or B, offer condoms to the riders so they won't mess up and end up paying for this ride for the next 18 years.
Oh, I'm going with B.
B.
Sponsored by Trojan.
Sponsored by Trojan. All right, so the bonus question is... He also has a list of items that they will be selling in the amusement park's gift shop called Igor's Grab Sack. He will include the normal stuff like commemorative t-shirts, mugs, keychains, thumb cuffs, and ball gags. Of the items, what do you think might sell the best? A, commemorative gravy boats. B, Igor's Lubopoly, the board game. C, reusable goat skin prison wallets with smooth glide applicator and instructional DVD. Or D, a jar of Terry Crews' frothy and salty bubble bath water and certificate of authenticity.
I'm going to go with that.
So you're going to go with D?
Yeah.
Because you already have the jars.
Right.
So all you need to do is get him to sign off on it.
Exactly.
Give him like $1 a piece or something.
Right.
Signing fee.
And he's working for the park anyway, doing other things.
That's right. So, Terry Crews.
He's already sponsored it.
He's in everything. So, I mean, he's pretty much, he's for sale.
I didn't know that he was in the Expendables.
I think, yeah, he was, yeah. And he was expendable.
He was.
Bringing us to Lightning Strikes. What sounds like more fun? Merry go round or Merry goes down?
Merry goes down.
Merry goes down. That sounds way better. Like, even if it's not dirty, just like, Mary's down, man.
That's a porn movie somewhere.
It's gotta be. Absolutely has to be.
It has to be.
True or false? This is a big one. True or false? The 10 steps to cleaning up blood are 1. Equip. 2. Remove. 3. Clean once. 4. Clean twice. 5. Clean thrice. 6. Dispose. 7. Decontaminate. 8. Check. 9. Wash hands. 10. Report.
I gotta go with true on this. I mean,
That is true. There are 10 official steps to cleaning up any blood spread. And that is it. Equip, remove, clean once, clean twice, clean thrice, dispose, decontaminate, check, wash hands, report. We've learned something. There's a bit of education in the show. Not much, but a little. So, if the blood is not yours, what step should you skip so you never need a prison wallet? Which one of those 10 steps should you skip?
Report.
Exactly. Don't report it, you don't go to jail, then you don't need a prison wallet. With the Easy Glide applicator and instruction DVD.
Right.
But you got
right
at the
beginning.
At the
question alert.
Theme park.
Yes.
Name a carpet cleaning service whose name rhymes with fallopian. They have radio commercials all over Detroit. It's a carpet cleaning company. It rhymes with fallopian. 2. Hagopian.
Hagopian?
Hagopian. The Carpet Masters.
No. Nope.
What cleaning fluid hurts the Leviathan on the TV show Supernatural? What cleaning fluid hurts the Leviathan? It's a weapon against them on Supernatural.
Bleach?
Wrong. It's borax.
Oh.
Which is a chemical that's added in most cleaning supplies.
Oh.
So you're never going to make it as a Molly Maid?
That's fine.
Man.
I have better things to do.
Yeah. I'm sure. I know you do.
Go see
I know
Terry
you do.
Crews freaking buck naked. Jump
Is
out of a
it-
bubble bath?
Is it okay to mix business and pleasure? No. The answer is sometimes. But generally, no. Generally, no. So I'm going to give you that.
I speak from experience. No.
Well, then that's a hard no.
Yeah, hard no.
Is it okay to mix bleach and ammonia?
No.
That's a hard no. That's called nerve gas. It kills you. Okay. Are lemons an ingredient in lemon-scented Pledge furniture polish?
Yes.
They use lemons when they make lemon-scented Pledge furniture polish. Are lemons an ingredient in Country Time lemonade?
Yes.
No, because they use all the freaking lemons to make furniture polish, apparently. And we don't use it to actually make lemonade. It's fake lemonade flavor that they add to the Country Time lemonade. Chemicals, tasty. Modern science. And finally, what are you most likely to get at a college phone party? A hot chick's phone number or hepatitis?
Hepatitis.
You are right, sir. Never fall for the college phone party hot chick invite.
Ever.
It's not good. Okay?
Ever.
It's just not good. Because when the foam all finally comes down like that, it's like, imagine the drain in your shower. And it's just you that took a shower and you got the hair in there. Okay? But now this is getting everybody.
Right.
Doing all kinds of things. And it's more bothersome than just a few questions.
So you're tired. You work and work. Your job is not secure, and the pay sucks. You've got student loans, credit card debts, nagging relatives, and so on. In short, you're burned out, stressed, exhausted. But you know what? Celebrities have it even worse. They have similar problems, except for the working hard part. Plus, many have millions of dollars. So when you think you're tired, you have no idea what you're talking about. Celebrity problems are more important than yours because they're famous. So the next time you hear about one of our beloved celebrities checking into a $10,000 a day clinic in Beverly Hills for exhaustion, don't throw down your hard hat or slam down the want ads in murderous rage. Just sit there in your crappy little apartment you can barely afford and think of ways that you might be able to help that poor, ever so exhausted, spends more on one outfit than you make in a decade celebrity. This has been a public service announcement about celebrity exhaustion.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Come in. Here's your morning briefing, sir. Yeah, you forgot my toilet tweet. Don't you remember? You're not allowed to tweet anymore, sir. Yeah, I forgot. It's okay, sir. That's why I'm here. Yeah, I hate Mondays. Not much to do when you're in the office of the former president. Well, you could always listen to the radio, sir. Ah, that's different. What's on? Oh, I don't know. Would you like me to turn it on? Why not? Got nothing better to do.
It's the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Oh, Ditzy. Call these guys up. See if they want to interview me. It'll be huge.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Alrighty, folks, welcome. It's hour number 3 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. We're broadcasting live from the other side of Planet Chaos as we scream at triple redunculous speed through the galaxy into your vajir holes. into your Vajir holes on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, J. Parker Radio, United Talk Radio, Sword Radio, and the Western Reserve Digital Radio Network. And in syndication and replay around the world on stations like 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, 97.1 KGSB-FM Get Smashed Radio, the IRN Internet Radio Network, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, United Sounds Choice Radio, Prodcore Radio, Pure Rock Radio, Good Talk Radio, Mile High Radio, and K89. Wherever it is that you're listening, wherever it is that you're tuned, give me a call at 1313-444-8919. That's 1313-444-8919. Or Skype me at AlienStone1. That's AlienStone and the number 1. Don't spell it out because you would be wrong. For those of you just tuning in, you're late. We get things underway at 9 a.m. Eastern around here on the Monday Morning Madcast. Don't forget to tune in on Sundays at 12 noon Eastern for Inside the Mothership. That's right, where we will sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. 2 hours there where we broadcast the Just a Few Question episodes live. That's right, it's live. We don't know what's going to happen. I'm quite sure that in retrospect, a lot of people that were answering Just a Few Questions wish they had some kind of a heads up beforehand before being live on the air, but that's not how I roll, right? Right. Anyway, coming up this hour, the brand spanking new episode called Igor. It was the Halloween edition for 2021, and it's got some time to it. So we're gonna go ahead and get some music for your Vajir host right now from a brand spanking new submitted song to the station. The artist is called The Bad Somethings, and the tune's called That Girl's Electric. And you are tuned to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Movie flashback.
No. Please. No.
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there. a pretty amazing planet we live on here. And a man would have to be some kind of fool to think we're all alone in this universe.
There is a hidden world where ancient evil weaves a modern mystery.
What's going on here? Is this some kind of
Magic. The darkest magic.
It's where Big Trouble was waiting for Jack Burton.
Who? Jack Burton. Me.
Jack?
They told him to go to hell.
You make one move.
And that's just where he's going.
There are many mysteries, many unanswerable questions, even in a life as short as yours.
My destiny rests in your capable hands.
Hey, I'll do my best.
This is gonna take Cracker Jack timing, Wang. 1, 2, 3. She may be trapped. Total concentration. Safety. Yeah. You ready, Jack? I was born ready.
20th Century Fox presents Kurt Russell in John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, folks, so we are at that point where I'm going to bring you the brand spankinest new episode of Just a Few Questions. Just a Few Questions is a segment that I invented some time ago that was very short, and it has changed over the years. It has become very twisted, creepy, weird, inappropriate, and hilarious, and sometimes just very dark, which is the case this time. I wanted to do a good Halloween episode of Just a Few Questions, and that airs live every Sunday at 12 noon Eastern during Inside the Mothership. And here on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast, I bring you the replay the following day. So without further delay, let's go ahead and get to the Halloween 2021 episode of Just a Few Questions, simply titled Igor. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
And now it's time to answer just a few questions.
Alrighty, folks. We've reached that time. It's time to answer just a few questions of the holiday, the Halloween edition. Is everybody online here? We got the unit.
We're here. Ready. Lined up. Cock, lock, ready to rock, Doc.
Martin, mad?
Yes, bring it, bring it.
All right. As always, this portion of the show is being brought to you by Igor's Lube and his family of products. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook at www.igorslube.com. Stay tuned. New product alert at the end of today's episode, if I remember.
Oh, I'll remind you.
Okay.
Martin, remind me.
I'll do my best.
All right.
So I'm not going to play the question number 1 because it's going to be a little different this time. It's Act 1.
Ta-da!
Act 1. Are you folks ready?
We're ready, show.
Very good.
Bear with me. This is a lot of reading for somebody who doesn't do a lot of reading. He was a promising young medical student at a prestigious university in Transylvania. His genius and creative way of thinking outside of the box quickly propelled him to the top of his class. But it didn't do much for making him friends. Stricken with scoliosis and a club foot at an early age, he hunched over and walked with a limp. Never playing outside as a child, he took to reading, and as a crippled bookworm, he became a social outcast. Even as an adult, now here at the university, he was made fun of by classmates for the way he looked and the way that he walked. They called him a gimp. They called him a freak. Even the professors disliked him, as he had to correct each of them during lectures several times. He always seemed to know more than they did. Other than his mother, as a small child, he had never been in the company of a lady. He could hear them whispering to each other as he passed him in the hallway, saying things like, "What a monster!" And others would just cower, keeping their eyes to the ground. But mostly they would laugh. The ladies would laugh at him every chance they got. Well, not all of them. Abigail was a beautiful young lady who worked at the university as an assistant librarian. She would always say hello and smiled at him when he came in to study. Sometimes she would pull special books and have them waiting for him at his station for him to read. So he started coming in every day. She was the only friendly face that he would see each day. Besides, the bullies mostly stayed away from the library. But they were now starting to make remarks about her also, calling her the freak's girlfriend. But he just knew her as Abby. What kind of books do you think that Abby left for him to read at his station? A, fantasy and romance novels. B, biology and anatomy textbooks. C, the Kama Sutra with pages marked. Or D, Medieval Maiden and Peasant House magazines.
Wah, wah, wah.
Sir Unit of D, what saith you?
All right, this is like this is a dude. Right away, I'm thinking like, if the Big Bang Theory was a cross between the Big Bang Theory and Red Dragon, this is how I feel this is going.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna go with B.
You're with B, so biology and anatomy textbooks.
Yes, I'm playing along to the story on this one. Okay, I'm not going to go outside the box on this one. I'm thinking that yeah, we're going to make this movie a movie.
All right,
I'm going with B.
Sir Martin of Mad, is it biology and anatomy textbooks, or what else could it be?
Well, I'm really, really tempted to go with the last two and have the combination of the two, and so they can get the.
That's why it keeps on coming back.
Have like some sort of horror porn going on.
Horror porn. Yeah. Wait, didn't we make that up right with pipe organ porno music?
I don't remember. Probably. That could have been last year's episode.
We talk about this list, but we don't actually have
it. Yeah, we do. It's all up here.
So what saith you, sir?
He's going with C and D.
You are going with C and D.
I am going with C and D, yeah.
Okay, the Kama Sutra with pages marked and Medieval Maiden and Peasant House magazine.
But you meant the other word.
Wow. I did. I knew that when I said it, I'm going to say it wrong.
Therefore, you should have had it recorded.
That's right. Continuing along, one night they were talking, and the time got away from them. She realized that the library should have closed over an hour ago, so she began shutting off desk lamps. He closed and packed up his books into his book bag, and the two of them headed for the door, but just then, the main lights shut off. Why did those lights shut off? A, the university didn't pay the light bill. B, even back then, DTE was having trouble with outages and brownouts. Or C, someone must have turned them off. Sir Martin of Mad.
Ooh, now should I ruin it and say the dollar in the machine ran out, or shall I go with the last one? Someone switched them off. I'm going to go with someone switched them off.
Someone switched them off, says Martin of Mad. And so D says.
I'm going with the same thing.
Same thing. Someone switched them off.
Someone did.
Hey.
Could have been Chucky. No, I'm just kidding.
Be my friend. I'm your friend to the end.
And I will decide the end is now.
So, standing in total darkness, Abby calls out, "Hello?" A voice from the darkness asks, "So what's going on here, freaks?" Just then, a group of bullies grabbed them both, tying them up. Then, without feeling, and in the most horrific of manners, they made him watch as they slowly tortured and murdered the only friend he had ever known. After slashing at his face with a blade, they cut his hands free. After doing so, they told him, "We'll be telling the professors that we saw you murder Abigail through the library window. So you have a choice, freak. You can stay, face murder charges, trial, and execution, or you can leave the university and just go back to wherever freaks like you are supposed to be. What's it going to be, freak?" Now, what did he most likely do? A, pull out a machine gun and kill everybody in the room, Rambo style.
That's what I would have done.
B, unleash incredible ninja-like martial arts skill, beating everyone to death.
That's what Matt Martin would have done.
Right. Or C, realize that he was actually in a hopeless situation and just left.
Sounds to me that's like what Joe Biden would have done.
Wow! Fist bump! Wow!
Sorry, did I say that out loud? And I said it. Dude, right now we are being recorded
No, not
by the
at all.
Secret
Not at all.
Service.
It's okay. It's only me and Alienstone that heard you say that.
I'm basking in that. The glow of his answer. Oh my God. So okay, what's your answer?
Oh, I'm busting out a machine gun and shooting everybody in the room.
You're shooting everybody in the room.
Yeah. If I'm going down hard.
Wow. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Sir Martin of Mad, what are you going to do?
Well, there's no wild card for this, is there?
No, not at this point.
No, I don't think.
I know what you're like. I know what you're like there, Mr. Alienstone. You'll be like, "Oh, there's a wild card."
Oh yes, I know. There could be weird.
This
wild
could be
cards.
wild card on the wild cards.
There might be. There could be bonus upon bonus.
I'm just saying it's gonna be a wild card answer when there's a wild card answer.
A bonus upon a bonus is a double dick move.
It's like double jeopardy,
right?
Now, me personally, it would be unleashing my own fury upon them all, but I think we'll stick with the story, and there's going to be some twists in it.
One of us is going to stick to the story no matter what.
Yeah. Let's go with C.
C, realize that you're in a hopeless situation and just left. So, I'm going to say that's probably that's the best answer since back then. Come and buy a machine gun. It's pretty hard back then. Machine guns was like pretty difficult to find.
Oh, was there a time thing on this?
Well, it's back in Transylvania. It's not even called Transylvania anymore.
Oh.
So, I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
It's your head.
You're putting it together in your head, too.
I told you, man. I had a Sheldon meets freaking Red Dragon thing going on right there. So
we're going to go with that. So after these bullies torture and murder the only friend he ever had, and they give him the option, he decides to leave. And as he slowly walked to the door, he looked back over his shoulder, and before leaving, he said, "I'm not a freak. My name is Igor."
No. Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
And the plot thickens.
Bringing us to Act 2.
Act of Deuce.
Igor could have given up on life at that point. Most men would have stopped their education, sinking into a deep depression, perhaps ending up in a mental institution or committing suicide, but not Igor. He was more driven and determined than ever. He now realized that he would have to continue his education on his own. While studying, Igor had to take many different jobs over the years to survive after leaving Transylvania. What were some of the jobs Igor may have taken? So he could have taken one of these, two of these, none of these. It's up to you. First one, farmer's hand. Hard work, but honest work. Cleaning up after the animals, baling hay, fixing fence posts, and such, while writing country songs about the simple life.
He did what to a country's hand? To a farmer's hand?
He took it.
He took it and did unspeakable things.
Right.
Unspeakable things.
B, he was a court jester, entertaining royalty with physical and often self-degrading humor until they grow weary of his tired old routine and have him beheaded. C, Sunday school teacher, where you can preach the word of God and the power of love and forgiveness. Or D, a butcher. His extensive knowledge of biology would make him perfect for the job. Plus, he could practice daily with his favorite knives and cleaver.
Oh, yes, definitely that. Gonna go with butcher, straight off the bat.
Gotta go with D on that one.
You didn't even just questioning it.
Not even questioning it.
Any other ones that he would have done, though? Would he have been a court jester? Would he have been the farmer's hand?
I mean, no.
Bro, I think he's got scoliosis at a club foot. So, I mean, can you imagine him out there fixing fences and stuff?
Country wasn't invented in Transylvania.
Could learn chemistry in the event of trying to bring back the dead, like his lost love.
So, both went with D, the butcher.
The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker.
So
we know what happens with candlesticks during Just a Few Questions. Now,
lit on fire.
Continuing right along. With a new intensive... What? With a few inventive additions to his resume, Igor soon moved to Turkey and took a position as a medical assistant in a prison infirmary. He worked his way up to becoming the prison's resident surgeon. With little to no one he need answer to, he had free reign over the entire medical wing. He began to implement some of his more radical treatments and procedures. At first, he kept it to electroshock therapy, sensory deprivation, and tissue regeneration, but over the years, he had performed hundreds of unnecessary, questionable operations and procedures. Until finally getting caught by the warden, who brought the matter before the prison board. For Igor, the gig was over. The prison board did... Wait a minute. Do I have anything else to go with that? No. The prison board didn't want a scandal, so they fired Igor rather than prosecuting him. What do you think some of the reasons were that they fired him? A, surgically removing and switching the prisoner's tattoos. B, performing partial sex change operations on the inmates. C, inducing short periods of clinical death followed by resuscitation. Or D, killing healthy patients to harvest and experiment on various internal organs. There is a wild card answer on this one. Unit of D.
Maybe he did all of it.
That could be an answer. You could say all of the above.
You know what I'm saying?
Like maybe they didn't figure it all out, but he did it.
Right. He was like maybe he did one of the things too much or too often, and that's why he got caught.
Right.
Coincidence? I think not.
I think not.
I'm gonna go with he did it all, man.
He did it all.
I'm going with all of it.
All of it. A, B, C, and D.
Yeah. Not one is worse than the other. Not one is better than the other.
No, they're all pretty horrifying.
So I think he did it all.
All right.
You know, he was pretty educated. He got the Schwank books.
He's got the knives. He's got the
He's got
cleavers.
the knives. You know, he's got the
groove.
He's got the scalping lean. You know,
he's got the motive.
Yeah.
He's got the drive.
Right.
Gotcha. So we're out to the man.
All of it.
I'm going to go with the wild card.
You're going with the wild card. The wild card answer is all of the above, plus he was selling weed to the guards and wasn't giving the warden his cut.
See, you know, no matter what, you got to make sure the warden's in on it.
That was his mistake, man.
Rule number one, Igor.
That's right.
Could have kept to a job. Go to the union.
Your boss needs to know and be paid.
Go to the union.
Bonus question number 1.
Oh.
Bonus question.
If you could have Igor cut somebody's tattoo off and sew it on you, who's getting their tat sliced, and where are you having it placed? Mr. Martin of Man.
That means I gotta know somebody somebody famous with a tattoo.
Doesn't be famous. Anybody you know that's got a cool tattoo that you like, and you feel like hacking it off and having it put on you?
No, I don't know anybody really. Not my.
I tell you what.
I've probably got a few people that I don't like that I think I know that have tattoos, but I wouldn't have them on me. I would have it made out. I'll make it out of a. Make a lamp out of it.
Okay, yeah, you can have something made out of it, I guess. Yeah. Like, oh, the pot is really hot. Let me go get this pot holder. Look, it's made out of mother.
Say mother. That's wicked. No, I know a couple of people I don't like. But,
I'll tell you what, two tattoos that I really like. I really like my kid's tattoo that he's got on his arm of all like the like Terminator looking stuff and those like gears and stuff like that, and it actually looks like it's torn into his skin, so that looks like it's pretty cool. And then my wife's got a tattoo of one of my Dean guitars on her arm. So, you know what? Both of them are going down because I didn't get nothing for Father's Day. So I want his tattoo and I want her tattoo.
What did you get me for Father's Day? Nothing.
I want your tattoo done. I'll get it.
I got you nothing for Father's Day.
Igor, come to me.
What the hell is all that?
I don't know. We just went a little silly.
We did.
On it. But that's all right.
But that's because... But did you answer, sir? Oh, you both answered.
Yes.
Here's the next one. Bonus question number 2.
Ooh.
You just found out how twisted Igor is. But the warden and the prison board have elected you to fire the lunatic surgeon right now.
Nice talking to you.
So let's hear it. Fire Igor.
Igor?
Yes.
We're going in a different direction. And unfortunately, that direction doesn't include your position at this time.
I always move into another position.
So we're going to ask you to just, slide on out of here.
I can definitely slide. But I'll be back. Wow. Okay. Sir Martin Man, you got to fire Igor right now.
Congratulations, we found you another position in another facility. Except
I want to facilitate.
Does not exist.
So he's got to figure it out.
Yeah.
You just kind of gave him the hint. All right, cool. And that is bringing us to act number 3. Ooh, scary. Shortly after being fired from his position at the prison, Igor met a wealthy German businessman who was looking to expand into the medical field. The two of them began to talk and formulate an arrangement that would not only fund his research and his experiments, but also provide him with a laboratory in Germany, complete with any and all the equipment supplies he could ever ask for. In exchange, Igor would have to work on a few commercial projects for his the medical division of his business partner's company, Frankenstein Enterprises. What inventions and patents has Igor filed for to keep his boss making money? A. Morning After Elixir. It's a powdered painkiller to be mixed with water and drank the morning after drinking alcohol to avoid headaches.
Did you say morning after elixir?
The morning after elixir. Not the morning after helixir.
I thought you said the morning after elixir.
That's a different product.
Giggity.
Yeah.
All right.
B, the adjustable back brace. It's an iron apparatus that attaches to the patient's back. Over time, cranks can be tightened to slowly correct curvatures of the spine caused by scoliosis. D, Netflix. It's a crossbow that launches a weighted net to entangle and capture fleeing animals or prisoners. D, prosthetic limbs. Created from wood and iron, they are surgically attached to replace lost and damaged hands or feet. E, Facebook. It's a facial reconstruction procedure catalog offering a brand new surgical technique called plastic surgery. And F, coitus ease. It's a personal lubricant designed for the use of on human genitalia during sexual activity to prevent the effects of friction and chafing. Sir, unit of D.
So what's the question?
He had to work on some commercial products to make Frankenstein Enterprises some money while he was also funding him to do his diabolical research and experiments. So these are the products that he could have been working on and selling for Frankenstein Enterprises.
Well, he's definitely doing the last one.
Oh, so he's definitely coitus ease.
Yeah, but he might be doing a couple things because this is going to take a lot of R&R money, right?
For sure, he's going to need money's got to keep coming in.
See, he might even have this scoliosis thing going.
Sure, wait, he has scoliosis.
Right, so he might want to try and fix that while he's doing it too, right?
That's the adjustable back brace. Okay.
I'd want to.
Sure.
Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with those two.
Those two? All right, he's working on those. Sir Positive Mad!
Well, he's going to be doing the lube thing, absolutely. Well, very quickly, what are the others?
The morning after elixir for headaches from drinking. The adjustable back brace, which you can crank to adjust your scoliosis spine. Netflix, which is the crossbow that launches a weighted net to capture fleeing animals and prisoners. Prosthetic limbs, these are created from wood and iron to replace missing hands and feet. And Facebook, which is a facial reconstructive procedure catalog offering a brand spanking new surgical technique called plastic surgery.
I'm going to go with the prosthetic limbs because, as a side hustle for the side hustle, he could also make dildos.
Gotcha. Prosthetic
the human phallus?
Igor's prosthetic wieners. All right, so none of the other ones, though?
Just be doing that one in the face one at the same time.
In the face one, yeah. Mix the two together.
Oh,
mix
the Facebook
and match.
one?
Mix
Yes.
and match deals every Halloween.
Yes.
All right. All right, so moving right along. With his boss making money, Igor was able to continue his research and experimentation in the field of tissue regeneration and reanimation. After several failures with harvested corpses and cadavers, he had become convinced that the tissue he's using is just far too gone and he needs fresher materials to work with. How will he obtain the fresher materials he needs? A, pay the German army to provide him with war prisoners scheduled for execution. B, pay the warden and doctor at the Turkish prison to provide him with inmates scheduled for execution. C, walk the streets at night stalking drunks and bums. Or D, partner with a drug cartel who will provide you with fresh dead, no questions asked. And you can always make up your own answer, combinations, whatever.
I'm thinking like the drug cartel would sound like, no questions asked, right?
Right?
Yeah, that's it. I'm going with that.
That sounds like it would be the thing, but what happens if business is good and they don't have to do that? Then you would probably have to pay off the warden. So, backup plan, warden, original plan.
Multiple suppliers. Just like
yes,
any
exactly.
good company has multiple backup suppliers.
Got to have backup supply, cuz.
That's right. You got to know, what you
got to go, man.
Gotcha, man. We've seen that with the supply chain.
Right.
That happens with your fresh dead. Damn.
You're having a bad day.
Then you got to get your dead in like the gas station cooler.
Right.
That's no good.
No good.
Sir Martin of Mad.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the same thing, but definitely not from Turkey because, transportation back then wasn't the greatest and it'd be like all rotted away by the time you got it.
That's fair. It's a fair assessment. I like that. All right. Well,
thinking logistics.
Mm-hmm. Always thinking logistics, man. Got to move that stuff around. Success! You have done it. You have finally achieved what you have been working your entire life for. You have successfully reanimated dead tissue and organs. You are now ready for your final and greatest work, to assemble and reanimate an entire human being. A few weeks later, Igor enters the laboratory to see that his latest shipment of materials has arrived. Extra fresh this time, as requested. 4 people are strapped to tables. They are still very much alive. Who are these people? A, bums and drunks from the village. B, bass players from local cover bands. C, the warden and the board members who fired you from the Turkish prison. Or D, the classmates that tortured and murdered the only friend you ever had.
Oh, sweet, sweet revenge.
What sayeth you, Mr. Martin of Mad?
I'm gonna go with the bullies.
For sure. Bullies are strapped to those tables.
It's going to be the bullies and the boards. However, that would probably be me too, right? Because I had to fire them.
Well, there's only 4 people too, so you'd have the board members and the warden. Then you wouldn't have enough tables left for the bullies.
Oh, well, I'm thinking the bullies then. Gotta go with the bullies.
Gotta go with the bullies. I totally get that.
Yeah, for shizzle.
All right, so continuing with Act 3. At first, they didn't recognize you. At first, they didn't recognize him. It had been many years. He stood taller and straighter today thanks to his back brace. His limp had erased with his new prosthetic foot. And his face had been altered a bit. But he made sure to introduce himself and remind them of what they all did that night. He reminded them how Abby suffered, how they both begged them to stop. Then he calmly explained to them what he was going to do. So what did he tell them he was going to do? A, I'm going to tickle you all to death with this ostrich feather.
That's what Mad Martin would do.
Anybody got any candles?
Right. B, I will read to you each day from the wonderful books Abby introduced me to, while I watch all of you starve to death and document how long it takes.
That's what Joe Biden would do.
C, I'm going to cut your throats, then with taxidermy, turn you all into the world's first sex dolls. There is a wild card answer. And what saith you? Who's it first? Sir Martin and Matt.
Now this could be interesting. Because I think having ultimate revenge and then turning them into a sex doll that looks like the person that they murdered.
So you want to turn them into sex dolls that look like Abby?
Yes.
That's creepy.
Yeah, I know. Welcome to my world.
I want to turn around, go back. I don't want to go to his world.
Okay, so
I'm gonna hit the wild card on this one.
The wild card answer is, this is what he told the bullies. They're strapped to the table.
Strap on.
Ready?
Strap off.
I'm going to kill each of you, he said as he slowly walked around the tables. I'm going to cut you into pieces, selecting the best parts, using them to reassemble one human being. What isn't used will become compost for my garden. Now, of course, the tissue must be fresh, so I'm going to have to take as much as I can while you're still alive. So please try to refrain from dying too soon. Whoa. As they all struggle to free themselves, Igor takes out an old wooden box. What do you think is in this box? A, vintage surgical blades and cleavers. B, his latest invention, the power bone saw. Or the wild card answer, Sir Unit of D.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna go with A.
Vintage surgical
blades and cleavers.
All right. Sir Martin of Mad. What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box? What was the last one again?
Wild card.
Wild card answer. So you got
the wild card.
vintage surgical
right.
blades
Yeah,
and
sorry.
cleavers.
We'll go with the wild card.
The wild card answer that Martin chose is Igor opens the box and takes out a large glass jar filled with a fluid and contains a human brain. At the bottom is an old faded label that says Abby. He looks at them and says, "Shall we begin?" Bonus question is...
Boner question.
Do we really need to know what happens next, or can we safely fade to black at this point?
We're good.
I want to know.
And that brings us to... Lightning Strikes.
Tune in for next year's episode of Halloween Edition. Just a few questions.
Yes or no? If Igor was using today's technology instead of an iron adjustable corrective back brace, can you see him making a series of clear plastic ones with gradual changes, calling it Igor's Invisispine?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, I lost it. I lost it. I have the read ready for the new product. It's Igor's Invisispine. Oh, yeah. Okay, so...
is this the new product?
Yeah, it's Igor's Invisispine. Why lug around that unattractive, heavy old iron crank-style corrective back brace? There's a better way to straighten your scoliosis curved spine at home with no need... at home and no need... Oh, my God. And no one will be the wiser. With Igor's Invisispine. Igor will make a plaster casting of your torso and ship you a series of clear plastic back braces, each designed and molded to slowly reshape your spine as you change them over the course of several weeks. At home, without having to visit the doctor's office for tightening. And how convenient is that? Finally, you will be able to stand up straight and look the world in the eye with confidence thanks to Igor's Invisispine. Warning, Igor's Invisispine may cause skin irritation, profuse sweating, and intense body odor. Use only as directed.
So that's the new product?
Yeah, you know the way for the teeth? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's the new product.
So we don't have to be reminded. We got it.
I remember.
Perfect.
Okay.
So we got that right. I want to hear the lightning. Come on, baby. Give Daddy credit where credit's due.
All right, so, true or false? Kasabian has a song called Clubfoot.
Who?
Exactly. The band's called Kasabian. They have a song called Clubfoot.
I'm gonna guess true. It sounds legit.
Yeah, I've got nothing to lose here. Yeah.
Yes, it was famous for 11 and a half minutes somewhere in the 90s. Maybe it was 2000s.
11.5 minutes.
It was, it might have been the 90s. 2000s. I don't know. How can you not know this? Remember that? How could you not know this? In the movie Frankenstein, why was the monster mentally challenged? A, his mother smoked and drank during his pregnancy. B, he was homeschooled on Facebook. Or C, Igor brought Dr. Frankenstein an abnormal brain.
It's gonna be C.
Gonna be C.
Abby
Normal. That's the character's name. Abigail Normal. People who just speak perfect English call her Abby Normal. Number 4. How can you not know this? Before marrying Lily, Frankenstein's monster adopted a new name and became a TV star. What was his new name?
It's going to be Herman.
Yeah.
Okay, you both say Herman? give you half point because it's Herman Munster.
Oh,
but you were right.
Don't be a d-bag.
You're right.
I'm calling shenanigans.
You're right. I gave it. All right.
Whatever.
All right, here's the other half of the lightning strike. Okay, half that.
Thank you.
All right.
Just get it.
You must decide.
The intense.
Toss
intensity in the room.
You must decide. Toss flowers into a pond with Frankenstein's monster, or look at the flowers with Carol from The Walking Dead.
I'm going to go with toss flowers. Yeah.
Toss flowers with Frankenstein's monster into the pond.
Yeah, man.
Or look at the monsters with Carol from The Walking Dead.
Or look at the flowers with Carol from The Walking Dead.
See, I don't know anything about The Walking Dead, so I'm going to go with that one.
Okay, so Frankenstein's monster at the pond. Look at the flowers with Carol. This is why, see? I can swim. So if he throws me out into the pond like he did with the little girl in Frankenstein,
yeah,
I can swim away and not drown him.
Okay.
But there's not much I can do if I go look at the flowers and Carol shoots me in the back of the head.
Oh, so she's a nasty lady, yeah?
No, she was a good lady. I know it's hard to say that she was a good lady who shot a little girl in the back of the head. But she had to go? I know it's horrible. You have to watch a lot of the episodes to make that right.
I've never seen an episode.
Yeah, that's messed up. Go look at the flowers. She's looking at me. Pow! Yeah, okay.
Good for you, D. Good for you, D.
I will not fall into that cult!
The rest were trash.
Charles Manson is dead. No cult following for me.
You are following them. Number 6, you must decide. You must chop off all 4 of the fingers on one of your hands. In what order will the digits drop off? Index, middle, ring, pinky. You got to choose the order in which you chop them off.
Wow.
Either hand, too. It doesn't matter which hand.
It's got to be the right. You're asking a bass player what fingers you would want to chop.
Exactly. Because you want to make sure you got enough strength to do it, which would be the right hand, but then you're done playing bass if you chop off your left fingers.
So it'd be the right hand, and what does it matter? The order is the order. Other than what, you want the middle finger to be last?
I don't know. For some reason, I just think like the pinky would hurt more. I don't know why. So maybe I want like my to be engulfed in pain before I get to it.
Maybe I would rather just take the pain. That way I wouldn't feel the other ones.
That's possible too. That's why it says you put in the order that you want.
Could we do toes instead?
No.
We do toes instead.
Nope. Then you go back to being a clubfoot.
All right.
The order didn't matter. It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
It doesn't matter.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It doesn't matter.
Smart and mad.
Can we mix and match?
Any order you want. It's got to be. Oh, you want some off of one hand and some off the other hand?
Yeah, can we do that?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
I guess.
All right, so I cut the pinky off on my left hand and then cut off the last 3 on my right hand. That way I can still hold a guitar pick and then I can get away with not using my pinky.
Okay, there you go. All right.
That's my theory.
2 pinkies and the one next door to the pinkies, both hands.
What? 2 pinkies and what are the 2 ones?
The ones next door to it.
Oh, the ring.
So the ring fingers.
Yeah, that's it. Chop off those.
No, the brown ring finger.
So you got like just you got the index, the middle finger, and the thumb. So you're walking around like the robot. Beep 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 beep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha. All right. So, have you ever or have you never? A. Took Halloween candy from another trick-or-treater.
Never.
Never.
Never and never. Very good. Have you ever or have you never, as an adult, took Halloween candy from a child and called it an uncle tax or a parent tax?
Never. I should.
I don't remember doing it with my kids. I don't remember, so I'm going to go no.
I sure as hell did. It was Uncle Tax, man. Hershey bars. All Hershey bars. They give them to me. They were like, "You want a peanut butter cup?" I said, "No, because I'm going to take the Hershey bar and go dip it in peanut butter." Next. Have you ever or have you never?
He calls his nephew lazy.
Have you ever or have you never dressed up as a woman for Halloween?
Never.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Never? Yes. I've actually done it twice.
What about for Halloween?
Well, that brings us to D. Have you or have you never dressed up as a woman for fun?
Never.
Wow, he's taking too long to answer. It took too long to answer, bro.
Yeah. No, for an event, yes. For nothing, no.
Okay. Well, my answer was never. So. All right.
Just because his answer confused me.
I was very confused. So.
It sounds like a very confused question.
Yeah. Just a few confusing questions. From this list, what would be the worst pizza topping? Candy corn?
Yes.
Milk Duds? Skittles? Or pineapple?
It's going to be pineapple and candy corn.
It's going to be candy corn, isn't it? Because it just tastes like gash.
It's going to be pineapple for him for sure.
Well, now
I know
that
he hates both, so
I was going to say all of it, of course, but it does say from this list what would be the worst, and even I would have to say
pineapple's probably worse off than candy.
That either candy corn or Skittles would have to be the absolute worst thing you could possibly have on a pizza. I mean, think about taking a bite of pizza. It's all the melty cheese and the sauce and the soft bread and the crunchiness in the outside and all that, and all of a sudden this freaking chewy knot of...
Well, the Milk Dud would be the same thing, too.
But that at least could melt. The other stuff, that stuff is just petroleum-based things. They're not going to melt.
You don't think Skittles will melt in the heat? You ever tried heating up a Skittle?
I don't think I ever have, no.
We're going to have to try microwaving some Skittles and see what happens.
Hot Skittles!
Let's just see what happens. Everybody's done that out there.
Wouldn't that be amazing if we invent something? We got Skittles pizza. It becomes huge. Everybody has to have Skittles pizza.
Dude, didn't you see, what was that movie with Adam Sandler?
It's Skittles Rainbow Pie.
It was Skittles and Oreos for Crazy Eyes. What? Wow, Mr. Deeds. You're not an Adam Sandler fan.
No. Number 9. For people who love Halloween, what would be the worst costume to see on Halloween night? For people who love Halloween, what would be the worst costume to see on Halloween night?
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Santa Claus is correct.
I didn't even cheat.
I didn't even hold a book. I did not hold up a cue card. You just knew. So
I'm psychotic like that.
Finally, pumpkin bucket or pillowcase?
Oh, pillowcase for shizzle.
So Martin, Matt.
I'm guessing this is to collect sweets, or as you would say, candy. So it's going to have to be pillowcase.
Absolutely, a whole lot more. And there's no plastic crap you handle to break and lose your candy. No. And folks, that has been just a few questions.
Exactly on time.
All right, folks, there it was Igor, the 2021 Halloween edition of Just a Few Questions, as heard on Inside the Mothership, which broadcasts live at 12 noon Eastern every Sunday. It's myself, D-Unit, and Sir Martin of Mad calling in from the other side of planet Earth. So, I bring you the replay here on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Comes on at 9 a.m. Eastern. I got you for 3 hours on Mondays. It is now lunchtime around here, or as I say, the first thing I get to eat in the day, and I'm kind of freaking hungry. The coffee is making me tweak. So it is time now to go get some grub. And for those of you on the other side of the planet, it's time for you probably to punch out and go home and start thinking about dinner. Whatever it is, I do thank you for choosing to listen to and be beamed aboard the mothership for the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Until next time, peace out, Earthlings, and try not to kill each other, all right?
wish there was a knob on the TV so you could turn up the intelligence. They got one marked brightness, but it don't work, does it?
I'm so happy 'cause I'm a gummy bear, gummy bear.